Hey friends, welcome back to Marvelisa. I'm here to start this Marvel marathon by talking about Captain America, the First Avenger. I went with this one first because it's like technically the first thing that happened, like chronologically. So I sat down and watched it, and what I'm gonna do is, the format I've chosen to use is I'm gonna do the empowering moment, the I have goosebumps moment, the makes me cry moment, the laugh out loud moment, and then I'm gonna choose a favorite scene, which is gonna be highly difficult, I imagine. And then I'm gonna rate the movie by saying I either love, like, or meh. Because I don't actually like truly hate any of these movies, but I'm not like in love with all of them. Anyway, let's get started. The empowering moment, and there are many in this movie. I could have picked multiple moments that make me or could possibly make people in general feel empowered. And it, of course, it depends on what your background is and who you are and where you come from. But for me, the empowering moment in this movie, being that I'm all about girl power and very much a supporter of feminism, my favorite empowering moment in this movie is when Agent Carter walks out and starts talking to the recruits, and you know what, let's just watch the scene.
Step forward, Hodge. Put your right foot forward.
You get a wrestle? Because I got a few moves I know you'll like.
I love that she just walks out and immediately shows everyone who she is by decking him in the face for being such a tool. Even though everyone else in the movie is a man who's smart or strong or, you know, whatever. In this moment, she establishes that she's tough and strong and can stand up to anyone who gets in her way. The I have goosebumps moment. I love these moments in movies. Anytime that like a superhero steps onto the scene and like all my hair stands up and I just have all these chills, is a lot of the time my favorite part. In this case, in the First Avenger, that moment for me is when Steve goes and rescues the 107th and then brings them back and they're walking up the hill. Let's check it out. I think a big part of the reason why this is a goosebump moment for me is the music. Oh my God, it's so like big and like, it just adds so much to what is happening in the scene. Like no one wanted him to go and do that. No one even gave him permission to go and do that. And he went and did it anyway. And he succeeded just above and beyond. And the music is just like, backing that right up. Oh my God, it's so great. The makes me cry moment. There are a handful of moments in this movie that like give me emotions, but of course, like it has to be when Steve flies the plane into the ice towards the end of the movie.
You know, I still don't know how to dance.
I'll show you how. Just be there.
We'll have the band play something slow. I'd hate to step on your...
Steve?
He didn't even know how to dance yet. It speaks to how young he was when this happened. Like he didn't even know how to dance. And like he hadn't experienced so much of life before he became Captain America, and then drove this plane into the ice, like not knowing that knowing that that was it. Like he was gonna go out being a hero, but there was so much of life in the world that he hadn't seen or experienced yet. It's so sad. Okay, my favorite laugh out loud moment in this movie, it's just so cute. I'm not even gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna throw it to the clip.
So are you two You... Fondue?
It's so adorable. Like he's, you can see, even though he's like post serum Steve and he like looks like big tough Captain America, in this scene you can totally see pre-serum Steve Rogers. Like he, I just love him. I don't even know what to say, honestly. It's so funny and cute, and like, I love when you see reflections of little Steve in big Steve. You know? Okay, it took me a long time to debate on what my favorite scene in this movie is, because there are literally so many. Like, there's so many to choose from, and I'm so torn. This is my favorite scene today. Might not be my favorite scene tomorrow. I don't know. For the sake of this video, my favorite scene is when Dr. Erskine and Steve are talking. They're like sitting across from each other, and they're talking the night before Steve is getting the serum. And let's watch the clip.
This is why you were chosen. Because a strong man who has known power all his life may lose respect for that power. But a weak man knows the value of strength and knows compassion.
Thanks. I think.
Whatever happens tomorrow, you must promise me one thing. That you will stay who you are. Not a perfect soldier, but a good man.
Not a perfect soldier, but a good man. This is literally the best movie line. Oh my God. We just have to talk for a minute about how Dr. Erskine is such a hero. He literally saw in Steve what no one else even bothered to like take a second look for. And like when everybody else was like, oh, let's make a big guy stronger so we have this crazy, you know, G.I. Joe soldier to win the war. He saw that, like he says in the clip, a weak man knows the value of strength. Wow. I feel like his role in this whole thing is kind of like swept under the rug, or like people kind of like brush it off because it's about Captain America, but he got this whole thing started and he deserves credit and a Medal of Honor. Valor. A medal. And finally, do I love, like, or meh this movie? I think it's pretty obvious that I don't meh this movie. I think it's pretty obvious that I don't just like this movie. I love this movie so much. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies. I love Captain America's backstory. I love where he came from and the fact that he was the little guy who got bullied and then became the soldier that everyone respects and that they look to for leadership, and who is brave and patriotic and like selfless and will look out for literally everyone. I can't say enough about Steve Rogers, and this is his beginning. I love this movie. L-O-V-E, love. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out and listening to me talk about Captain America, the First Avenger. I will be back with installment 2 of this marathon. I'm excited. I'm ready. I hope you're ready, and I hope you're following along with me. And if you're not, get to your DVD player, get to your computer, and catch up so that we can watch and yell together about the great and glorious MCU. Catch you later.